All right, good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is our second session for our mothership campaign titled A Pound of Flesh. Now, when we left off, you guys had essentially cleared, at least explored, the lion's share, if not the entirety, of the science vessel Lima, which was a Core Space Corporation research vessel. It was headed back to the core systems when it underfell tragedy. So you guys have, I think what we'd say is, because there was a question at the very end of the session last week that I didn't want to get into because I really needed to get to bed. But there was talk about how you would get the ship to go with you, how you could move the ship, and what would you do with crew and stuff. I'm going to say that in the course of your repairs, what you were able to do in order to make it functional is you've essentially kind of slaved the controls to your own ship. You know what I mean? Um, so you can, it's essentially like towing it. It's basically just you program it to kind of stay in formation with you. And when you enter a jump, you enter the jump for both drives, and then both drives jump to, the same sector anyway. Not the same coordinates exactly, but because that could be fun. Um, Now, before you go anywhere with your science vessel and that large alien life form sealed up in the cargo hold, not to mention the vessel is infected with alien spores. Um, you guys all survived last session, so you all have at least 10 XP, and you can now level up to level 1. So, what happens when you level up? Yes, you're all now level 1. So you get to make one major improvement, one minor improvement, and you gain 2 skill points. So your choice in the major improvements, you can either improve one stat by 5 and another stat by 3 to a maximum of 85, or you can improve 2 saves by 4 points each to a maximum of 85. So maybe we just go one by one here real quick. So Rusty, which do you want to do? You want to improve your stats, or do you want to improve your saves?
I want to get command.
Well, that's going to come in the third step with the skills.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For now, with your major improvement, do you want to improve your stats or your saves?
I want to improve my saves.
Okay, so you can pick 2 saves and increase them by 4 points apiece.
Before we go too much further, are we going to use the new character sheets and the marine stuff, or do we hold off on that?
We can use the new character sheets, but don't worry about the hits and stuff. Just we're going to keep doing the hits the way we've been doing it for now until I can get further information on how that's supposed to work.
It was 2 of them by 4 points, correct?
Correct. Also, just while I have you there, what's your current stress?
My current stress is at 7.
Your current stress is at 7? Okay, good to know. 13. Did you want to improve your stats or your saves? John.
Sorry, I was on another page. I was trying to switch over. I was doing the new character sheet. We already did mine.
Okay. What did you improve, stats or saves?
I'm getting there right now. I wrote it down. I did saves.
Okay, cool. Bob, Dr. Velke, want to improve your stats or saves?
I'm going to improve my stats. I'm going to go for stats.
So you get to improve one of them by 5 points and another one by 3 points.
Okay, so I'll bring my intellect up to 48, and then use the other 3 points.
Yep, you have 3 points to put into whichever other stat you wish.
Almost getting as smart as an android.
So I'll bring, well, just trying to make my character prepared to do, I don't know, the kind of stuff I thought my character would do. So intellect and speed is what I'll bring up. And do you need to know my stress as well?
Yeah, what is your stress actually?
My stress is at 6.
What's yours at 13?
3.
3, okay. Dr. Albright, do you wish to improve your stats or saves for your major improvement?
I'll improve saves.
Okay, so you get to choose 2 and increase them by 4 points apiece.
Fear and body. I think.
Okay. What's your current stress?
It's at 5.
5. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
5.
Newt Svalbard. Do you wish to improve stats or saves?
Well, going by the way things went last time, I would say I'm going to improve my sanity and fear by 4 points each.
Okay.
That seems like a good idea.
Yep,
And
sounds
that's
solid
it.
to me.
And then I have to, when do we pick our skill points?
Oh, we'll get there. Don't worry. I'm just doing this step by
Okay,
step.
okay.
So,
And I have
um,
8 stress.
excellent. That was going to be the next question. Then Charns. Owen, do you want to improve stats or saves?
I'll improve my strength by 5 and combat by 3.
Excellent. Okay, so that brings us to. Oh yeah, what's your current stress? Oh, you don't
I
know.
have
I'm sorry.
4.
I have it written down here.
I gained
You're
after.
currently at 9. Currently at 9 stress, and you don't. You haven't really developed any phobias or addictions or anything. You're just a bit anxious about the disease that you have, so don't worry about. Anything else there yet? So now we go to stage 2. So we'll go back to Jazz with Rusty here. Stage 2, you pick a minor improvement. You can either gain 1 point of resolve, which maxes at 5. You can remove 1 phobia or addiction, or you can heal all stress. Oh, didn't somebody get addicted as well to something? Did we have an addiction? No, we didn't, did we?
There was snake whiskey, but I believe I left it on the ship.
Yeah. No, I think there was some.
And then there was Soma.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone took the Soma.
No,
No,
you
we gave it to somebody.
So part 2, I was confused. I can either relieve my stress and then one of the last things
you
you
can heal
said.
all your
Oh,
stress, or you can gain a point of resolve, or you can remove 1 phobia or addiction.
what's okay, but I don't have nothing to remove, right?
Right.
Okay, so I can just reset my stress then. That sounds good.
Okay. I know somebody's going to want to know, so I'll tell you how resolve works in a second here. Where is the bit about?
I'll wait till you tell me about resolve, but that's what I would do, one of those.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where it is in here. How do I gain? Panic and resolve. Here we go, page 26, 26.3. Resolve. Resolve is your ability to ignore or cope with your accumulated stress. For every point of resolve you have, you get a -1 to all rolls on the panic effect table. If your resolve brings the panic effect total to 1 or less, then you get no effect and you do not panic. You start with 0 resolve and can gain more up to a maximum of 5 by leveling up. That's it. So just basically it reduces your effects on the panic effect table.
I think I will probably do that. Are most tables written in an order that makes sense
Say again?
for this? Are the tables written in a way that makes sense for resolve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, okay,
Like,
that's what I'll do.
The panic effect table that I'm talking about? You've never looked at it?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think you can max out at 5 resolve.
Correct.
Okay, I'm taking 1. Thanks.
For example, panic effect, if you roll a 2 or 3, you just get laser focus. You get advantage on all rolls for the next 1d10 hours. 4 to 5 is a major adrenaline rush. 6 to 7 is a minor adrenaline rush. 8 to 9 is anxious. 10 to 11 is a nervous twitch. Then there's cowardice, hallucinations, crippling fear, overwhelmed, rattled, paranoid, death drive, catatonic, broken, psychotic, compounding problems, which means roll again twice and combine them, descent into madness, psychological collapse, or heart attack. That's the maximum result on the panic and resolve table.
And it's a 2d10, correct?
2d10 plus your stress, yes.
Plus stress. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Correct. So, 13. What did you do? Did you take a point of resolve, reduce your stress to? Oh no, you have a
Point of resolve.
Yep. Okay.
But I'll take a second point if you're offering.
Nope. Bogdan Velki.
I'll also go for a point of resolve.
Oh yes. No. Who did take the Soma? If you guys are saying somebody did, I don't think
No
I
one
put that in
took the
notes.
Soma. I re-listened to it right before we had that
I didn't think so
conversation,
because I just re-listened to it too.
and we were talking. 13 was talking about administering the Soma to one of the Marines to
Oh.
calm them down during the transfer over. And then we went, actually, what does the Soma do? And Ian, you were like, oh, well, Dr. Albright, you would know the Soma is going to cause them to reduce stress by a little bit. Also, they're going to have disadvantage on all speed rolls for the next week.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, that's terrible. Let's not do it.
Okay.
Yeah, then we put them in cryo sleep.
Yeah. Makes sense. Good. So nobody has any addictions to deal with. So,
No,
Uh,
but
and-
obviously,
And then unplug the machines.
which
Yeah.
one do you want to do, Velky? You want to take the resolve or reduce?
I'm going to take a point of
stress?
resolve.
Okay. Very good. Dr. Albright.
Hmm. Is 5 a lot of stress? Or? I have no idea.
Not necessarily, but of course, 0 is obviously better.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll take a point and resolve as well.
Okay. Point and resolve. There are other ways of reducing stress anyway.
Okay.
Newt. Newt Svalbard.
Yeah, considering that I've got 8 stress, and that it's not too simple to rest and get stress back, if I'm not mistaken. I'm taking the stress. I think you roll a fear check and you
Getting rid of
whatever-
stress is like healing from rest. You rest for at least 6 hours. You make a fear save to relieve stress. If you're successful, you relieve 1 stress point for every 10 points you succeeded by. Round it down.
Yeah.
Critical successes double the amount reduced.
I absolutely taking the 8 stress off for my leveling up.
Resting in cryosleep generally doesn't allow you to relieve stress.
Right. So I'm taking stress relief.
Okay.
Great.
Cool.
Thanks.
Perfect. How about you, Charns? What would you like?
I am going to drop all my stress.
Okay, cool. Very good. Then the final stage is everybody gets 2 skill points, and you can spend them or bank them as you wish. Keep in mind, of course, remember the first column costs 1 point, second column costs 2 points and requires prerequisite, and the third column also requires a prerequisite and costs 3 points.
We just got how many? 1 point?
2.
2 points each. Every level you get 2 points. Cool. Just thought of something else that I have that I'd like to give you guys. I don't know if you'll find it useful or not, or maybe you already have it, but if you don't, you might find this cheat sheet handy. It just has rule stuff. Basic mechanics, stress and panics, weapon ranges, combat order, that kind of stuff. Just handy little player cheat sheet. So,
Thank you.
no problem. Now that that's all resolved, everybody's leveled up. Charns is in your cryo chamber, currently in cryosleep, as well as Lou, both in cryo, kind of medically quarantined, technically speaking. You have the other ship slaved to your own bridge.
Hold on. We skipped right past where people were putting their 2 points.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just figured people could spend it. I mean, if you want to say what you're spending,
Well, we were going to discuss it because
That's a
we
good
didn't
point. That's a very good point. Yep. Sorry. I'm
Okay,
just getting
so
ahead of myself.
I got command,
You took command.
and
yep.
then I spent 1 on driving.
Okay, so command and and planetary driving. How about you, 13? What did you take?
I'm going to hold off until I hear what everyone else does.
Okay.
Because he's so well rounded with his skills. There's a couple that I wanted to fill, but if I have to fill something else, being the ship servitor, that's what I would do. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Dr. Velke, how would you like to spend your skill points?
I'm thinking I'm gonna bank them. I want to get a master level skill, so the most I could spend right now would be 1, and I don't really see any of the trained skills clustered where I want. I might change my mind in the interim between now and the next level, but
Okay. Very good. Dr. Albright.
I'm going to put 1 in linguistics and bank 1.
1 in linguistics and bank 1. Perfect.
Yeah.
And Newt?
I'm going to take 1 in computers, and I'm going to save the other one.
Excellent. And how about you, Charnes?
I'm going to put 1 in athletics and then bank 1.
Perfect.
Whoa, that
13.
is really interesting. Well, we only have currently one character has pathology, correct?
That's correct. That would be Dr.
I
Albright.
believe so.
The real doctor? Okay.
The real doctor.
And nobody has jury rigging, correct?
I think somebody did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Different game.
Maybe
Nope.
you're right.
No, I don't.
Guess not. Nobody's got jury
And
rigging.
nobody has hacking, correct?
Definitely not, because I asked that last session.
Not yet.
Okay. So here's where I'm stuck. So I'll leave it up to the because he is the servitor for the ship, and I think it would probably be up to the captain, which we don't have a captain until just now.
Yeah.
I know, but until this moment, it would have been up to the crew. So jury rigging or backup pathology, jury rigging or hacking.
And it would make sense for 13 to have hacking, but jury
think so
rigging,
too, yeah.
I think, would be the best.
I'm leaning to jury rigging myself, but this is one of the few times, because I never play the character to fill in the gaps. I play what I want, but the guy that I'm playing serves the ship. So I think it should be what the ship needs, not what I need.
Jury rigging.
Ian, your visuals cut out, just FYI.
Yeah, I know. It's because I'm going to step outside.
Okay, gotcha.
While we
Yeah,
play.
Jury rigging sounds good. I was thinking of taking a lot of stuff, so
I mean,
it could definitely act as a backup too.
I mean, I'm probably going to go for jury rigging next time. I have a chance as the chief engineer. So if you want to go for hacking, I'm going for jury rigging next time I get a point.
Is there anybody else that would be
Gotcha.
interested in hacking?
I could take hacking if I just straight up bank. No, that still wouldn't work. But yeah, hacking and cybernetics are 2 big interests of mine, as is artificial intelligence. But I could also, we don't have anyone in archaeology. I've been trying to stretch my mind and figure out when archaeology is going to become a useful thing.
When you get onto a dead planet, right?
Right. I mean, and like archaeology, interesting. And I don't think we have anyone covering that area right now. And then that point in mysticism sounds really cool, only dwarfed by the coolness of xenoesotericism, which just, it's a tasty, tasty treat. Those 3 right there.
I'm going to tell you, I loathe the idea of hacking. I mean, I know it'd be useful, but it's just so an android that hacks. Wah. So,
hey, you're serving the ship. You're playing a very recognizable trope, and you decided that on purpose.
I know. I would lean towards jury rigging or pathology. Pathology because people are going to get hurt and we might need a backup, and jury rigging just because it's cool.
R2D2 is very disappointed in you.
Yeah, R2D2 is pissed. Can't have multi-level robots that do hacking. That's boring to you.
He's like bloop bloop bloop.
I think there's a little more of a downward inflection there. Bloop, bloop,
13 looks at his patch and notes, "Yes, I am not a robot."
Well, I am Mr. Yuck. It means nothing. After the talk, I think I actually am going to put 1 point in archaeology and then bank the other one so I can take cybernetics next time.
What did the real doctor, vote? Did he say what 13 should have?
I'm sorry, we always do this.
I don't mind. Could be a good idea to have a backup or jury rigging.
Oh, for jury rigging?
No, I mean, it could be a good idea for a backup for pathology. I'll probably try and go for surgery next.
Kind of the way I see it here, the pathology suits your character concept, given that you seem to be an android who's programmed to preserve human life.
Yes.
The jury rigging obviously suits the skill gaps in the party at the moment.
Yeah.
And the hacking, of course, fits the android trope.
Where's surgery? I don't see surgery.
Surgery is after pathology, right?
Xenobiology.
No, there's surgery as well. I'm looking at the new
Oh, the new
sheet.
character sheet. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
still
yeah.
I was still looking. Okay,
Oh,
good.
are the
Let me,
skills a little different on that sheet? Are they?
yeah,
Are
let me
they?
look. Let me look.
Oh, they are. Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Are we
boy.
going with those skills, or which skills are we going for?
It looks like they added surgery, and that's the only difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't know
go.
about
Let's
y'all,
go with
but
those
I'm
skills.
gonna
I'll go with that.
yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the new sheet after this. I don't have the bandwidth while being recorded to
Yeah, don't
swap
worry,
my
it's
shit
fine.
over.
The
That's
only
fine.
difference is surgery, it looks like. Okay, so I will take a moment of selfishness and take jury rigging.
That's what the captain wanted too. So
Okay, very good. So jury rigging it is. I will
Excellent.
blame it on software backup. I meant to put pathology, and jury rigging gets stuck.
So then, yeah, how do you want to deal with this ship, taking it to Muto Station? Are you just going to slave drive it basically, or do you want to actually keep somebody aboard it? Now, remember, it does have alien spores.
Does this thing have a transponder that
Oh yes,
can be
of course it does.
tracked?
13 will volunteer to stay on board the infected ship so that no humans are put at risk.
It does have a transponder, and but you can deactivate that. It's illegal, but so is stealing a science vessel.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, we've
the
just stolen one.
transponder could be broken, which would
Mm.
not make it illegal.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
With
fine.
all the damage that already occurred, that is completely legitimate.
Here's a wrench.
13 already has a very large wrench.
No problem.
He
You can break
uses
the
it to kill
transponder.
space monsters. Right.
So 13, did you say you want to stay aboard the science vessel during the jump?
Actually, what 13 said is that he would stay on
Ah.
board. He did not say he wanted
Fair.
to preserve the chance of humans being infected.
Okay.
So are we going to try and sell it as a job lot to someone, or are we just going to sell it and pretend that there's no spores on it?
say we play stupid about the spores for now.
No, why play
no,
stupid about the spores? We go to Muto Station. They love the spores. The spores get us
That's
more
right.
money. Yes.
Absolutely.
Are
So
we selling?
before we leave, is there a way to reduce any stress in travel or?
No, you can't. You can't reduce stress during
Okay.
cryosleep.
So here's the thing. At some point, 13 is going to voice his opinion, be it text or not. But one, based on his experience and his memories of previous events, that we should probably try to sell the ship and the alien with everything intact as a package deal, one piece. And do not mention to anyone that we have anyone infected. Because if you go to the station where the only people that can fix it are there, they might just say, we're going to take the ship and the alien and just heal your people as an exchange. And we'll be stuck having to say yes. But if we go ahead and do the ship, exchange all the money, and then make a deal for the Marines, I think we'll be better off.
13, that sounds phenomenal.
I think this is prudent choice, 13.
Yeah.
13 will not.
Agreed.
It's almost like you have skill in bartering.
I'm
What's
just
program in your head.
How exactly are our ships attached?
They're only attached through the computer system right now. It's basically like a slave link.
Digital umbilical.
And then for travel, we're just piloting them separately.
Well, no. For
One
travel,
mirrors what the other's doing.
For travel, your ship can pilot itself. That ship, however, for at the moment, given its current state, requires a pilot for any kind of impulse piloting. You know, as far as the jump goes, I mean that's just you program the jump drive. Humans
Got it.
cryosleep, ship jumps. You know. Now 13, if you are on that ship, you won't be able to monitor any issues that happen aboard the zero credibility. If anything
I
should
would
happen.
disagree because we have a digital umbilical. He'll be able to monitor them from a distance.
Yes, but he just won't be able to intervene. Like if
That's
fire
true.
breaks out in the cryopod or something. You know.
That's true, and that is a more legitimate threat. So someone else should stay aboard the slave ship, unless
I will pilot it.
Very good, and I will monitor your vitals from there.
Is that
Captain
possible, Doctor?
is very brave. I hope you do not go insane. If you are going to be awake piloting through jump, probably you won't.
Am I gonna age?
Yeah, he can't. He can't stay conscious during jump. He has to go into cryo.
Oh, I have to put
he
myself
can, but
into.
he'll go insane, or she'll go insane. Sorry.
I'll have to put myself into cryo.
All right. Well, if that's the case,
Their cryos weren't working. I thought.
Wait,
Or,
let's have nobody on board that ship, because if they're not going to be awake to do anything, it won't matter anyway.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's a good call. The ship is bad.
And like I said, you can just, although that ship can't really like pilot itself, you can slave drive it to yourself to basically just tow it along. It just stays in formation with you. You know what I mean?
There's just too much chance of human risk.
Yeah.
Right. And if something come up, usually if something come up, it will be other ship trying to take the ship we have. If so, we blow them apart out of not out of the sky, out of space, into other area of space. With the rail gun or what have you.
How big is that ship compared to our own ship?
A little more than a third the size. It's just a research vessel. You guys are in a blockade runner, so.
So I mean, fuel-wise, can we like?
It has a hull of somewhere around maybe 35, 40 points a hull. And yeah, you could take what fuel is on it if you wanted to.
You know, after we get to wherever, you know.
Oh, for sure. We should remove anything useful before we put it as a package deal.
So, okay. You could be doing that before we leave and we go into cryo sleep, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you guys were under a bit of time pressure, so you'll probably want to make the jump first and then transfer all the
That's
fuel.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was more ships coming, right?
There's a slight problem with that, though.
Oh, wait.
There is a slight problem with that. In order to transfer the fuel, you'd need access to the cargo bay, which is currently sealed
That's exactly
shut.
what I was going to say. It's
no thanks.
13. When we arrive, can you
just crossed my mind?
when you wake me up this time, can you have a milk tea for me?
Of course.
Milk tea.
Have a nice flight, 13.
And you have a nice sleep. I'll be watching.
Very comforting, 13. Thank you.
Okay.
Nighty-night.
So 13, you go through the procedure, getting everybody into their cryopods. Just put all your equipment in your lockers there by your cryopods, and go into cryo sleep. As the ship
Once
is
they're
preparing to
asleep,
jump.
he will take off his uniform and fold it and proceed to go on about his duties naked.
Yes, I know. No problem. So you make the jump. It's a jump 1, which I think is all you have anyway, fortunately. So it is a jump 1. 13. Are you on the bridge during the jump, or are you just walking around? You're walking around doing your normal duties, yeah?
I would say he could possibly be anywhere on the ship because he's going to be going through a routine.
Mm-hmm.
So completely up to you where he happens to be at the time.
Problem.
But he would have been anywhere and everywhere. I would say probably more so at the command or on the command deck because he can monitor a lot of stuff from there. But he would definitely walk around and check everything anyway.
So you are on the cargo deck, walking in the hall there around the science lab and life support 2, near the access to the autocannon and machine gun, and right by your own cargo hold. When the ship comes out of jump, you feel it drop out of jump.
Unexpectedly?
Huh?
Unexpectedly?
No, not unexpectedly.
All right.
Your jump has ended.
And he will beat feed it to
Heading up
ensure
to the
that,
bridge.
yeah, he would make sure that everything is kosher, and if it is,
Okay.
he'll turn off the alarms and start waking up the crew with the captain first.
So you run through the cargo hold into the next hall. On the way to engineering, take the hatch up 2 levels to the control deck and go over to the bridge. When you get to the bridge, you can see there is an alarm flashing on the control console. Of course, you go to check it out to see what is going on, and there is a fire on the Lima in engineering.
Engineering is sealed. Because he has a digital umbilical, can he simply initiate the fire suppression systems?
Let me see here. Pull up the character sheet. Yeah, the automated fire suppression system is already operating.
Okay. Well, there's nothing to be done at this point. So
Okay.
here, before we go any further,
Mm-hmm.
in the trip over,
So I forgot to turn my
how
camera
would
on.
you say systematically a character would go from not being a captain to being a captain? Because as far as ship servitors are concerned, someone has to be fully qualified to be the captain. If not, they're only crew. So what changed for the captain to be the captain?
I
Was
guess.
it like the final courses came back, authorization came back, something like that?
No, it's
Yeah,
just
authors.
it's just basically, I would say it's just I mean, command, it's just a skill. It's just a skill that she's picked up, the whole command thing, you know? So,
Okay,
I
so we'll
mean,
say
Leader.
maybe there was a test or something, and the test or all of the check marks have been filled in.
What if we,
sure.
to make it fun and role play, or not role playing, but like added into something we've already established? Our ship, by ship standards, is incredibly smart, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Like we've got a very
Yeah, it
intelligent
could have
ship.
been,
So
it
what if
could
it's
have been,
like
a-
something you had to submit to the ship's AI, and then it spends like an undetermined amount of time going through all of the
Perfect.
variables and observing you on on its sensors while you're on the ship, and at any unspecified time it will either give you a pass or fail on your application to be its captain.
I like
Very
that,
good. So
Bob.
you
That
don't
sounds
even
very
know
good.
your captain. It'll happen while you're in cryosleep.
I think that's hilarious. But
Okay,
it's
very
not
good.
neither. It's not my character, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, whoever.
But
This is Bob.
she's been acting.
That's a
captain
cool
anyway.
idea. That's yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
6 will or 13 will open the or will engage the captains first,
Okay.
and he'll have a little cupcake with a candle in it,
Okay. And milk tea.
and milk tea.
All right. So you come out of cryo sleep, Jazz, and 13 is there with your milk tea and a cupcake with a candle.
And naked.
And he's naked, yeah.
Priorities.
Oh, thank you.
Captain, the ship has authorized your promotion. Congratulations. Do you wish to wake up the rest of the crew?
Yes, please, immediately.
The Lima is on fire. And he goes on to wake up the rest of the crew.
I just start putting on my suit, thinking I might have to go over there.
Okay, so he's going to wake the doctor up next, because in case there's problems.
Dr. Albright, you're the next to be awoken.
Good enough.
Whatever it is,
there
you
with
prefer
your,
tea or
he
coffee
he
or
said tea.
yeah,
Tea
okay.
with a drop.
Very
with a
good.
drop. So I don't know that's the captain.
not yet.
The captain. Okay,
No.
cool. I just head for where did we say the Marines are? Are they in?
They're in cryo sleep.
They're in cryo sleep as well,
But
they will not be being woken up yet.
Yeah, not
The
only
Lima's on Doctor. The Lima's on fire. We need to get
not
everyone
only
up.
are they in cryo sleep, but I said that they're locked. I actually
Yeah, they've got a
them.
cipher lock on a medical protocol.
Yeah, they
Can I
cannot
just?
quarantine.
Yeah, I'll probably just check the vitals or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So you check. Their vitals have not changed. You know, they're still well alive. Pretty
So
healthy.
the engineer would be next.
Okay. So the next one you wake up is Newt.
Yep.
Well, the doctor is just checking the vitals on Lou and Charnes, making sure that they're okay, which they are.
Congratulations, you're alive, and the Lima's on fire. And then he'll move over to, there's one more to wake up, I believe, and then we're good.
Bogdan, yep.
All right. The other doctor.
Mm-hmm. Do you wake him up?
Do you? Wait, do you? I do.
Congratulations,
get right?
You're alive. The Lima's on fire.
Oh, 13. This is terrible. Wait, 1 second. You skipped me. You woke me up after other doctor. I told you 13. When you wake up one doctor, you wake up both doctors. I am doctor, different doctor than him, who is also doctor. Please, 13. Wake us up, same time. We're both doctors.
I did wake you up before I woke up the Marines.
You're not waking up the Marines until they are not full of poison spores. I remember I was there for the debrief.
Okay, I think that's a good point. Maybe we should leave them asleep for the time being.
We have to. Anyway, this other ship's on fire. This is all very bad. Let's go to bridge or
They didn't
somewhere.
even have suits to cover their faces. We can go put out that fire.
Well, the fire suppression system, if you check the terminal, fire suppression system is activated, and the fire has been reduced significantly.
13. Before we go about this fire any further, doctors, it seems that I am actually in full command of this ship now, including 13.
Oh, Captain, congratulations. Your application came back from ship A-OK. Very good.
Yes, congratulations. I think Dr. Albright is somewhat upset by this because he's put in a few applications previously and they've all been rejected.
So what about putting 13? 13, what if we put the Marines in these in my suits? If we have to keep them awake, right? We can seal them.
We don't know the status of their infection, so for the sake of our crew and the ship, following the captain's orders, of course, I would recommend that they not be woken up until we have experts who can determine their suitability.
Doctors, what do you think caused the fire? You think that foam gun?
Do I look like a fireman?
Jeez, Doctor, not well rounded, I see.
No, you're right. Firemen are rather attractive.
Captain, as your first command decision,
brutal.
I had requested of the previous captain to not wear a uniform. Would you prefer that I wear a uniform, or is naked allowed?
I also like to be naked. It's just not a good look as for a captain, so I'm fine.
Naked it is.
Okay, so out of character, the fire, if we're looking at our systems as far as this like digital umbilical we have, the fire suppression systems have kicked in and it looks to be greatly reduced.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's working on
so as far as the
muted.
What?
Yes, sorry, I was talking but I was muted.
Oh,
it does seem to be doing the job, and is in the process of putting out the fire completely.
Okay.
It was a large fire, so it's taking some time.
Maybe we should just get there first and then see about the fire.
Do we have any like viable what is the word, cameras on their ship that we can view? Can we get visual on engineering, see what is going on there?
Give me an intellect plus computers roll.
Okay, I can do that. That's good for me. That's 48. And it's just plus 10 for computers.
Mm-hmm.
So 58.
Mm-hmm.
Engineering wouldn't factor into this at all, right?
No.
Okay. It's just 58. Oh, just a real big failure there. I rolled a 92.
Is it okay if 13 gives it a shot?
Okay. Nope. The cameras in the engineering bay have been too badly damaged from the fire,
Very
Mm.
good.
so you can't see.
How about the camera
engineering.
right outside of engineering to see if the door had been opened up or anything along those lines?
Sure. Okay. Give me a roll. 13.
54 intellect and 10 for computers.
Mhm.
Stand by. That is a 49, so that's well under.
Okay. No, the door is closed.
Perhaps it had something to do with
And you can see
being.
that the hull. Oh wait, would it be airlocked? No, it wouldn't be airlocked. Would it? Oh no, the engine room probably is airlocked. Yeah, there's still be a little bit of signs of smoke in the hull.
13. You think you need to do any jerry rigging over there?
It's up to the captain.
How far are we to the station?
You can impulse to it from here within a couple of hours.
Perhaps we should, I don't know, have somebody on there salvaging anyway, right? Because we want to get all the useful things over to our ship before we junk it with the dome monster.
You can't without access to the cargo bay is the only problem. I mean,
Oh,
unless
gotcha.
you're talking
I
about
thought there
small
was other stuff
small handheld things that you're going to carry through an airlock or something. But
I mean, we discussed trying to strip it for anything that's valuable. I remember that the cargo bay was locked up, so I knew
Yeah.
that nothing there was fair game. But I thought there was talk of like,
yeah, it's just for access. Like if you're trying to remove pallets of things or large objects, you need
Right.
access through the cargo.
No, I think it was like parts.
You mean just like some electrical components, stuff like that? Sure, you can grab some of that stuff, but
Let's get all the copper out of there, Ian. Come on.
An extra refrigerator or something.
Captain, give me an intellect roll.
Okay,
and you
sweet.
can add your command to this. Intellect plus command there, Jazz.
That's a 56.
You rolled a 56?
I rolled a 36.
Oh, you rolled a 36, under 56. Gotcha. Okay. So as you're looking, Jazz, or as you're discussing this, you realize that, of course, stripping all the wires and stuff out of the ship will make the resale value less on the ship.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's already badly damaged. You're going to basically damage it even further.
I think we should, doctors
and 13 should note that if we start pulling things over, there's still a chance we could bring more infection with us.
Yes, I think the next step is I'll take us into the station, and we can assess the ship from the docking.
Should we at least remove the bodies? Do we sell a ship with bodies in it?
It is my understanding that the bodies might have resale value as well as part of the package deal.
Tremendous scientific use, Doctor. Come on.
How reputable is Diana? Is it Diana Gallagher? Is that the contact? Or is that
she's the head xenobiologist at Muto Station.
She's gonna love that.
So she is your primary contact.
So
let me see here.
How many
Give me an intellect roll, Doctor. Plus rim-wise, if you have it.
Nope.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You also know that there is a xenozoologist and a xenobotanist as well that work there at the station.
Okay. And Diana Gallagher, she's the xeno.
Diana Gallagher is the head xenobiologist. Yes.
Okay.
She's the one, like I said, you probably want to talk to about the infection and stuff, if there's anything to be done about it.
Okay.
After the sale of the ship.
Okay.
Right.
So now you're gonna, from the command center, you're gonna try to pilot the two ships. You have the other one slaved over towards Muto Station. Yes.
Yes, we're gonna go to Muto Station ASAP. We'll leave the Marines there. I'm sorry, but yeah. Unless Dr. Velke or Albright have anything.
Now,
No.
as you do so, you realize the Lima is sluggish in its response. Its thrusters seem to have been damaged, and it's going to double your traveling time. So instead of getting there in a couple of hours, it's going to take you about 4 hours.
Okay. Still not worth going aboard.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay, Captain.
take it nice and slow. Now let's see here. When we last checked, you had 10 fuel. Since that time, you've made a jump that used 1 fuel, and I'd say we've used basically a day's worth of fuel as well. So you're now down to 8 units of fuel. Okay. Your tank is below the half mark.
Can I have
Rise it till E?
do I know that we have enough gas to get there, or am I feeling
Yeah, you
kind
do.
of iffy?
You definitely do. Like
Okay.
use 1 unit of fuel per day of like impulse drive.
My scientific recommendation, Captain, is to ride it all the way until E, because normally there's a little bit more in tank than little gauge says.
You know, Doctor, I have a mission for you.
Yes, Captain.
I pull out a like a little. It's like a red cloth-bound book, and it says "Space Whiskey" on the spine. Do you think we have everything needed in our dining hall
To make
for something in here?
To make space whiskey?
Naked 13 is standing really close to both of them, and he leans over. It only requires fruit and sugar.
Right. I guess my big worry would be the kind of temperatures you would need and the pressurized systems to take the liquid and then distill it.
Do you want to look at the book he just handed you?
I'll look at the book, sure. Why not?
It was part of my character background. It was one of the
I
items.
remember.
This book addresses all of those issues, which is exactly why this book was written. It was written to, for long space flights and stuff for people who wanted to make their own alcohol.
Gotcha.
So yeah, looking at it, you would, you don't necessarily have some of the exact tools you need, but it gives you ideas on how you can build stills and stuff like that with regular components on ships. So yeah, like a little bit of jury rigging could get it done.
Okay, then yes, Captain. I think with right parts falling into our laps, yes, we could make something in this book work.
It seems like a good way to occupy yourself. We're going to be traveling at half speed
for 4 hours. Yeah.
4 hours? Okay, I guess I could take a shot at it. Do you get it? It's a good joke.
What? Actually, oh yeah, I get it. That was a good joke.
No, it's not.
That's a terrible joke, but
it's a great joke from Dr. Bogdan Velke.
I'll take a shot. Now let me see here. I was saying jury rigging. However,
which I don't have.
You could probably use engineering.
Hell yeah, because I do have engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Engineering to design it, and jury rigging to build it.
Maybe a little scavenging as well.
Great. Seems like I'm moderately prepared for this side project. Am I rolling anything for it right now, or? Yeah,
go ahead and give me. Let's call this speed plus engineering.
Okay, speed plus engineering. So that's going to be markedly less, I think. So 34
speed plus 15.
Plus 15. So that's 49. Okay, let's see if we can roll below 49. 6. I rolled a 6. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you could look something up. So in the 4 hours it takes you, you get something kind of designed anyway. Maybe not quite built yet, not ready to brew, but you know what you need to do in order to make this this space whiskey still. Hell yeah. I think that book was called Snake Whiskey, wasn't it?
I don't think it was
Snake.
snake
This
whiskey.
no, I'm sorry. The snake whiskey was
that
was on the ship.
I think
That's
the book
right,
was like
that's right, you're
Space
right,
Shine or something. Space Shine or something like that.
Yeah, Space
Cool.
Shine is good. I remember that.
Very cool. So yeah,
I'll put
Dr.
Space Shine schematics in the.
What are the rest of you going to do with your 4 hours during the general? Anything in particular that we need to resolve, or will we just jump right to Muto Station?
Ready to jump.
Yep, ready to jump.
Let's go.
Okay. Unfortunately, sorry, Owen of course can't do anything yet. So yeah, so we jump to Muto Station, or not jump to Muto Station. Sorry, we time wipe. 4 hours later, you're limping up to Muto Station. They will, of course, hail you as you approach. Your transponder says 0 credibility, right?
That is correct.
So they'll say independent vessel, 0 credibility, and unidentified vessel. Please identify your intentions.
Copy. And then I whisper like to 13 real fast. What do I say about this other ship?
Damaged by space madness caused by alien interaction.
0 credibility. This is Alejandro Vasquez, station manager at Muto Station. Please identify the unnamed vessel traveling with you.
The unnamed vessel is the Lima. This is Captain Donahue of 0 credibility. We're just fueling up.
Just fueling up.
And he whispers at Sally.
Doctor, do we not want to sail the
Does
alien?
doesn't Dr.
13, Doctor,
Albright
do we tell them?
You tell them the truth.
This is totally this is above board-ish.
Yeah, this station
Fine.
is this is an uncharted region of space here. You're on the very outer rim. This outpost is not on any maps, and the station also has no transponder.
The one thing I know about them is that they are not cop. So
Yeah, they're very illegal.
That's
Just-
right.
Just
And I
say
Forgive
we're
me, this is Captain Jazz Donahue again with the 0 credibility. We got some fresh merchandise. Hot.
Very good.
Shouldn't Dr. Albright, don't you
That's more like
know the scientist that works here? Shouldn't we ask for
just-
them by name?
just name
Yeah, if
drop
you could
Diana
recommend us
Gallagher.
in the right direction to the biological.
Just say you're here for Diana Gallagher.
Oh, right. Do you know Diana Gallagher?
Pull up to the Xeno drop-off bay and transfer your specimen into specimen storage. Oh, no, sorry. Just drop it off. Sorry, in the Xeno drop-off bay for transfer into specimen storage. All offers are final. There will be a 10,000 credit examination fee for your life form. This will be waived on successful purchase.
13 throws the speaker to silent. Captain, would you mind if I took a shot at this?
This is Captain Jazz Donahue speaking again, and you'll talk to my co-pilot.
Manager of Muto Station. This is ship servitor Android 13.
This is Big Al Vasquez, station manager, Muto Station. Are you here to sell a life form or not?
Yes, sir. The life form is secured above the other ship. There are numerous smaller life forms that have sprouted from the original. The entire ship is the offer. So rather than attaching it to the ship, of course, we will do as commanded. We would recommend that it be observed as a whole. Perhaps if you can examine through the ship hull, but it's a large life form and many small infectious life forms within. we're looking to offer it as a package deal, the whole ship and the life forms.
Yes, we're not reading any life forms on that ship. You have it on a slave tether.
Correct. The
All right.
previous crew
Let it off the
did not
tether at
survive.
the coordinates that I'm sending through to your ship's computer now. Drop the ship off there, and then bring your own vessel up to our docking bay. You may all come aboard Muto Station. I imagine you would like a little rest and relaxation while the terms are decided and the transaction is detailed.
Manager, of course, would you like 13 to be part of the inspection crew so we can show you the infectious areas, the dangerous areas, and might I recommend?
This will all be discussed once you come aboard the station.
Very good. Switching over to Captain.
Thank you, Vasquez.
Okay. So as you pull around to the other side of the station where the regular docking bay is, away from the Xeno drop-off bay, you drop the Lima off the tether where they told you to leave it for the moment. When you pull around to the docking bay, there's berths for two ships total. There's none pulled up at the moment, so you pull up and you can dock with the station, no problem. It's the let's see, it has a berth. Yeah, so I'm sure it has like an automatic kind of accordion style, what is it called? What do they call it? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it hooks up to your airlock so you can walk from one ship to the other. What the fuck is that thing called?
I have lost it too, now that
Yeah.
you lost it.
Whatever. That thing. So that gets extended. When you step, are you all going, or is anybody staying aboard the ship?
I'm pretty sure
I'm going to stay
You're gonna
aboard.
keep him in cryo for
I'm staying aboard with the Marines that are still asleep and try to figure out what to do with.
The chief is going to stay on board in engineering.
It's the best interest of the ship.
Monitor the ship.
In the best interest of the ship, and as the number one for the captain, 13 is going to stay next to the captain to assist and hopefully prevent any issues.
Okay, now Jazz, as the captain, it would make sense for you to go aboard the station because you're the one they're going to want to deal with.
Okay, I'll go, and 13 wants to come with.
I would like to go aboard the Muto Station. I do not know why you all want to stay on ship. This is going to be fun.
13, what should we do with the Marines?
Cold sleep. Don't mention them until we're done with the transaction.
All right, stand by me.
Okay. Now, Dr.
Actually, 13. Yeah, stay naked.
He looks down at his body. His junk is actually inside. It can come out, but it's normally put away like a Ken doll.
Oh, cool.
That's not weird.
You have retractable junk.
Like a Kindle?
All
Did I miss the newest version of a Kindle? How does it?
Wow.
Googling now.
A Ken doll. A Ken doll, he said. A Ken doll.
Oh, great. That
Sorry.
makes way more sense.
Dr. Albright, are you coming?
We endearingly call it the landing gear. So
Yes.
track that landing gear, buddy.
Right.
all the
You're breaking up, John.
have
You're losing
retractable-
signal or something. I'm not sure why you keep breaking up on us. Or keep breaking up on me anyway.
I'm getting it okay.
Really? Okay, say again, John.
All androids of his model have retractable genitals.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay.
Is Albright or Velke? I'd like someone to stay here.
Yeah, I can stay. The chief engineer will stay.
Newt will stay.
Okay, I'll see if I can get some fruit for the.
4 of you are going aboard then. So Jazz, 13, Bogdan.
Get me a bottle of
Dr.
vodka.
Albright. All right. So you go up to the
Oh crap!
airlock.
Hold on. We lost a character and therefore a Marine. Do we have that body?
Yeah, he's still there. Don't worry. I'll deal with that in a minute.
Oh, okay. We could sell him.
So listen, you get on, you go into the accordion airlock thing. It closes behind you and seals off. And a simple decontamination procedure goes on for about 3 minutes before the
I want to
airlock
say
opens on
that
the other side to allow you access to the station.
I have a long. Does Dr. Albright stayed behind? Does he have long term?
No,
Long.
Newt Svalbard stayed behind.
Oh, okay. Does Newt have? Newt? Do you have long term comms?
Long range comms.
No, I do not, but the ship does
He
it
has the
not?
ship comms. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
You
I'm
have
in
long range
contact.
comms, right, Captain?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That
You're
was
good.
all I wanted
That's good.
to.
Yep. Yep, you can communicate with him aboard the ship with your long range comms.
Let me know how it goes, boys and girls.
So the four of you step out of the airlock into a hallway, well lit. The walls here are kind of like a gunmetal gray color. You know, it's got a real steel kind of um, aesthetic to it. And you are met by a big man, looks to be of Hispanic appearance, and he's wearing a jumpsuit with a name patch that says Vasquez. You probably remember that you talked to the station manager. He introduced himself as Alejandro Vasquez, or also alternatively as Big Al Vasquez. And there's another gentleman with him, kind of also very tall, maybe a little taller than Big Al, but not as dense, not as heavy. This guy looks actually like he's quite fit, like he works out. And he's wearing a jumpsuit that says Petrov, head of security. Big Al steps forward and says, "Welcome aboard. I'm Big Al Vasquez."
I point to my patch on my chest. That's like a skull and crossbones, and I'm
Okay.
like, Captain Donahue.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Captain, and your crew here.
I am Dr. Bogdan Velki. Hello.
Dr. Velki, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And you?
I'm Dr. Sam Albright, ship's doctor, and I look meaningfully at Dr. Belkey.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Dr. Albright. And your naked android here.
TAE 2137 Alpha, Android 13, at your service.
Well, welcome aboard Muto Station. The rest of your crew decided to stay aboard. We read 7 life signs when you approached.
Yes, they think they're onto something with the space shine. You know how those long rides can be.
I see.
When's the last time you saw a female captain come through here?
Oh, it happens more often than you might think. Are you trying to like? Are you asking him that question for any particular purpose, any loaded purpose, or are you just?
No, I was just wondering.
Hmm?
Just that's something she would have asked, and I was avoiding the question.
No, he didn't seem to really take any particular notice of interest as to your sex or gender.
Yeah, well, we don't have to have the patriarchy in space, right?
No. Definitely, you definitely don't in Mothership anyway, trust me.
Hell yeah.
So, well, come on here. The mess hall is right down the hall here. And you take you into a nice, orderly mess hall. There's a couple of crew members in here at the moment drinking coffee, it looks like. He says, "Are you hungry? Would you like something to drink?"
Yeah, do you have any fresh fruits?
Fresh fruits. Let's see here.
They have
No,
a
I'm
botany
afraid not.
lab.
We've got plenty of synthetic fruit.
Oh, that's fine.
What did you ask him? 13?
Manager, do you have androids on board?
No, we don't have an android aboard the station.
Any robots, perhaps?
No, no, everyone here is human. You're the only android aboard at the moment, 13.
I would like to go over protocols dealing with the ship. The nature of the alien was rather invasive,
So you
and
get
I
a
don't want
doozy
anything to
on your
happen to
hands in
your.
there, huh?
I didn't want to have your crew unnecessarily put at risk.
I do appreciate that greatly.
I would be happy to inspect the ship via remote with a camera if you prefer.
Yeah, that might actually be very helpful. We'll
We will include that.
wait
We'll
for
include.
Dr. Gallagher and Dr. Nedry to arrive.
Yeah,
And Dr.
you know,
Lee.
we could waive that 10,000 fee and just get it on video for you.
Well, the fee is waived once the purchase is made. If we decide not to purchase, you still have to pay for the fee.
Is that right? Who runs this place?
Oh boy.
I do. That's why I'm the station manager.
Station manager, this is Captain Donahue. She has just recently, as of yesterday, been approved as the ship's captain. This is her first ship command.
I see.
He gives the manager a wink without her noticing.
13. I don't start blushing, and then Vasquez, yeah. How about you give me my first salute?
He says,
And then I'll like
I'm not in
properly
the
like
I'm not in the
stand.
Navy, ma'am, and I don't think you are either. Now,
on to business.
Here come the doctors now, and the door opens from the other side of the mess hall, and we have two women and a man who walk in. Actually, is that a woman? Yeah, that's a woman. Yep. So you've got one. She looks well. You recognize her, Dr. Albright, because you've heard of Dr. Gallagher before. So Dr. Diana Gallagher, she's kind of a redhead, pale skin. Dr. Nedry beside her is more of a kind of typical kind of scientific doctor kind of looking guy. He's a bit smaller in stature. He's got a terrible large bald spot on top of his head where it's almost just the kind of little ring around the sides, and glasses. And then the other doctor is even smaller than him. She looks to be maybe of Chinese or some other, Asian heritage, and her says Dr. Lee. So she's Dr. Lee, he's Dr. Nedry, and of course there's Dr. Gallagher. The three of them are coming up to the table where you're sitting with Vasquez. Now, please let me introduce Dr. Diana Gallagher, our head xenobiologist, Dr. Elias Nedry, our xenozoologist, and Dr. Ren Lee, our resident xenobotanist. This is Captain Donahue of the Zero Credibility, her First Officer 13, and Doctors Velke and Albright.
I think Dr. Albright nearly falls over himself getting up and greeting them. It's so good to meet some fellow doctors.
I don't stand or anything. I just sit here.
Okay.
Bogdan Velke, not having a good frame of reference for how important these doctors are, not really having a good frame of reference for how doctors are in general, is like, hello, fellow doctors. It's so good to be among doctors. I'm so curious as to what you think of our big monster. I, for one, am not sure whether xenobotanist or xenozoologist will be more interested. It is a great mystery of science.
Captain Jazz will say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so rude. and then I'll plop down my long range, my long comms, and turn it on for Dr. Albright. Dr. Albright, are you there?
You
with
mean
us?
for Newt
Albright's here.
Svalgard?
Oh,
Svalbard is
okay.
the one on the ship.
Svalbard.
The engineer.
I'm sorry.
He's your chief.
Do you need something? As
You're
I'm
on the
working
call.
away on the ship. Okay.
Okay. So what can you tell us about this life form?
Dr. Albright, 13. I believe you have the relevant information.
Oh. Well, it's airborne. It's highly infectious, and it's what else did we find out? It seems
13 will
to-
hand over his notes that include drawings that he did while we were underway.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, and
13.
it seems to make angry zombies, like dead people, but with big things growing out of their faces, and they try to eat you.
Very
Or just-
interesting. Do you have any of these?
I think we've a nice selection of all of them on board the ship. We've got a very large one in that was in the cargo bay, was it?
Correct. The most contaminated sections have been sealed off.
Very well.
They
We'll,
they did appear to have a pseudopod sort of nature, like an anemone.
Like a big ball of dough.
Yes.
We'll have our examination team head over there to have a look.
Oh, and
Yeasty.
the plants as well are seem to be infected by the same spores. So it's
It does seem to cross over at any living tissue.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have our people take a look at it, and Dr. Nedry says I will get back to you with a price for the creature.
And
We had spoke earlier to have offered myself to do the inspection via camera so that no one would be put at risk.
It won't be necessary. We have a team of professionals. Should be fine.
So,
We're well versed
I
in
would-
dealing with
famous last words.
We're well versed in dealing with xenobiological threats here.
that should be fine. You hear doctor. They say should be fine.
so Dr. Nebry was leaving.
Well, nobody's leaving just yet. They're going to
Okay.
organize a team to go over there.
I want to write on a piece of like a notebook, like a little piece of paper, if I have it,
Okay.
and I want to slide it over and say, Dr. Lee, Dr. Gallagher, can you do something about this? And the note I wrote down says, can you help me deal with my stress?
Oh. The only thing you can do with that is to rest, pretty much. So you pass
I think if people have psychology, can't they counsel you? And
That's
this is
true.
just-
They could. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's really not our specialty. You should head to Prospero's Dream when you leave here. There's plenty of places there where you can rest and relax, enjoy yourselves, amongst other things as well.
Well, the sooner the ship is inspected, the larger the weight will be lifted off my shoulders.
Yep. Okay.
We're-
Where do you guys want to wait while this goes on? And is
I'll
anybody
be
gonna,
on-
is anybody going to address the topic of buying the ship, or
I was going to say, I believe Android 13 had mentioned that up for offer is not just the creatures inside the ship, but
oh yes, he did,
this
didn't he?
this full functioning, functioning with air quotes, functioning science vessel, which in its day seemed to be quite adept at identifying and allowing to propagate all sorts of interesting science.
At this point, the ship is the containment for the alien. It's all a one package deal.
Very well. So then,
I'll be
It's gonna
waiting
be-
somewhere on the station.
it's going to be a
Nice.
few more hours before the before it's fully examined and all. The station has a mess hall. Then there's crew quarters. They have a med bay, a science lab. There isn't very many amenities on Zeta Station. The mess hall seems to
Okay,
be about it for recreation.
I'll stay in the mess hall.
Okay, no problem.
And yeah, I'll just have a box that I'll like food that I'll take back.
I think it'd be good to have a clear path back to the ship, and that wherever they went to do their examinations is not in between where you have to get back to the ship.
It's not. It's not.
Okay, good.
So, okay, so you guys relax in the mess hall for a bit, and then Big Al and Dr. Nedry will come, and they'll approach. They'll say, Captain Donahue, we're prepared to make an offer. Would you like to speak in private, or would you like to discuss it right here with everyone?
I look at 13, and we would like to speak in private.
Very well, Captain.
No, me, the ship, android, and
Okay.
you.
We understood.
Okay.
Before you go, Doctor, was it a xenozoology or xenobotany kind of situation there? Because it danced the line.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's definitely a creature, but it has a lot of plant-like attributes. Dr. Lee and I will both be working very closely together on it, and Dr. Gallagher, our whole team.
Very good.
Unfortunately, all the other life forms aboard the ship seem to be deceased.
Are you sure they're not faking? Because they were not. They seemed deceased in bioscanner sense, but in trying to tear your face apart and bite into your flesh, not very deceased at all.
Well, we found the body of the captain on the bridge, and we found two crew members who were trapped in hardened foam in the engineering room, which
Yes.
had suffered a major fire as well. It seems that both of them perished in the one of them perished in the fire, and the other one was already dead, deceased. The engines are extremely badly damaged. The thrusters are running at less than 50% power. The jump drive is trashed. That seems to be the source of the fire.
I'm sorry. Well, I would like to discuss the rest of this in private with 13 and just ourselves.
Very well.
My apologies, Captain.
So Velky and Albright, you guys would go back to your ship or just go to the other side of the mess hall or whatever. It's up to you.
We can go back to the
Or-
ship. Let's go back to the
whichever
ship,
you-
Albright. Let's do science.
Let's do science.
Come on,
Alright.
come, Dr. Albright. We have science to go do on the ship.
Hey, before you go, take this synthetic fruit back.
Yes, Captain.
Right. Okay, so once it's just 13 and the captain sitting there with Dr. Nedry and Big Al, Dr. Nedry will say, so the life form definitely does seem to have significant value for research purposes and possible weaponization. So we're prepared to give you 3 million credits for it. The ship.
And you say,
well, I'll leave that to
13.
Big Al here. Big Al says, yes, we're prepared to give you another 50 million for the ship. It's in an extreme state of disrepair, and it's a stolen core space vessel, so we'll have to strip it mostly for parts.
you said 50 million for the ship and like 3 million for the alien?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I would have thought the alien would be worth not in a bartering, trying to negotiate anything beyond that, but just strict rarity considerations.
Are you speaking in character or not right now? Because I can't
No,
tell.
he's speaking to them.
Okay, cool. So
Not in a bickering, bartering sort of way, but one would think an alien if we're saying that a dilapidated ship that is in disrepair that's going to be broken down for parts is worth 50 million, and then a unique alien that has potential for many other things is only 3 million, that seems a disparagingly low number. No?
If you don't like it, you're free to pay the 10,000 credit examination fee and take it with you.
It wasn't an insult. It was a query.
That's fine. But the offer is what the offer is.
What if you had a living representative of the infection?
He looks at Nedry, and Nedry says, "Do you have one?"
Yes.
I believe we have more than one. 13.
He kind of whispers back and forth with.
Who said that?
The captain just said that. The only other person who's there.
Yes, the captain is correct. What I meant to say was we have an individual with many of the small infections, right, Captain?
Which doctors is in here? Dr. Lee, Dr.
It's just Dr. Nedry and Big Al, the manager.
Oh, okay. Vasquez.
All right, we'll raise the offer to 60 million total.
Dr. Vasquez, I think you're missing one determining factor. I'm sorry, Big Al Vasquez. As I was saying, it's my first day on the job. I still think you're underselling me.
Well,
Big Al, may I call you Big Al?
Sure. That's what everyone calls me around here.
The 60 million does sound viable, but we would have one request that we would tack on as a gratis. We had 2 members of our crew that had the infection, and one of them is they're not going to make it. So for the 60 million, you give a thorough check over of our survivable member, and within reason, bring him back to a fully operating status, and then you may have the other as a living example of the infection and the infestation, and we will take the 60 million and call it good. If
They're
that
both
sounds
aboard your
acceptable
ship.
to you. Correct.
The cryo chambers were empty except for one in the on the other ship. So very well, we'll send a team over to your ship to retrieve your
Both
2
members?
crew members and bring them aboard here to our science lab. Dr. Gallagher will have to see if there's anything she can do for your crewmate.
Of course.
Okay. Now, regarding the transaction, I understand if you don't want to let the rest of your crew know what happened to the other Marine. We can arrange for a suitable excuse for them not to return to your ship if you wish.
They understand that they were infested and there may be no hope. We'll be okay.
Very well. So they will send a team, a couple of workers in hazard suits.
13 will go with them to make sure that they identify which one is salvageable and which one is not.
So they take Lou and Charnes both over to the science lab in Muto Station, and let's see here, Dr. Gallagher. Yeah, you'll end up spending a couple of days if you want to wait. I presume you do, yeah?
13 and Albright, it is suggested that 13 and Albright stay with them so that they can offer any insights that they have from firsthand experiences as they go through this process.
Sure, that'll help. Excellent. So with a couple of days of studying in the lab, Dr. Albright will reveal to you, or sorry, Dr. Gallagher will reveal to Dr. Albright in 13 that she believes that if we put him into a severe state of cryosleep, we need to drop the temperature down to extreme levels. We may be able to kill off the virus through a lack of basically, essentially, he'll be in a supreme state of cryosleep. He'll be receiving almost no oxygen and no light. That should kill the virus. And hopefully, you're a scientist, or sorry, you're Marine, will be hardy enough to survive the procedure.
Very good. And the other specimen, did it provide enough for you to, enough living specimen to work with?
Unfortunately, the other specimen perished during experimentation, and he winks.
Very good. He will be missed.
And so, Charnes, when you come to out of your cryo sleep, you have the worst cryo hangover you've ever had in your life. It's 10 times worse than the worst one you ever had. You're not sure how long you've been out or what's going on, but you're coming out of you're coming out of a different cryopod now, essentially, in the science lab of this station. You see a doctor. She's wearing the blue Muto Station jumpsuit. Her name is Dr. Gallagher, xenobiologist. You'll see Dr. Albright is there, and 13 is there as well.
13 will have all the stuff that Williams likes when he wakes up.
Sure, you have his equipment locker, basically.
Exactly, and his coffee and whatever else.
Yeah. What is it Charnes likes when he wakes up? Black coffee, was it? No, that was the other
Oh,
guy.
he doesn't drink anything
He doesn't drink
particularly
anything.
every time he wakes up. But this time he just kind of points deliriously at 13 and says, "The strongest alcohol you can find."
Of course.
Okay. Do you go off to get him a drink from the mess hall? They have some space whiskey here too.
Space whiskey it is. A triple.
Right. Yeah, you come back with a big tumbler of it.
And a lime.
Nice, a synth lime.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the lime out and like throws it against a wall and then just downs the drink
It just
in one.
slides down the wall. Oof,
Oh,
yeah.
what happened? Where am I? What's going on?
And Dr. Gallagher has got like a little bioscanner, and she's going, yeah, he looks like he's going to be okay. I'll leave it to you. You probably want some time. And so she'll leave.
Doctor?
Well, it was a close call, but you made it. Unfortunately, your fellow Marine didn't. I think we're going to have to get you guys some sort of better equipment going forward. Maybe some helmets or vac suits or something.
You could get exosuits.
Yes, absolutely. Out of
Exosuits
character.
are handy for Marines. They have 2 oxygen tanks, gives them an advantage on all strength tests, and gives them a plus 20 armor, I believe. They're expensive as fuck, but.
Out of character is which of the 2 Marines was the dishonorable discharge?
The one who perished.
Very good. So that's what 13 will console him. Consoling to know that the dishonorably discharged Marine has met his end. Shall we get you dressed, sir?
You really need to work on your whole empathy thing over there, 13. But yeah, thanks for bringing me my stuff. I can handle that. I'm not quite that old. You don't have to help me to the toilet and everything.
Very well then.
All right, so Charles, you can suit up, finish your whiskey, and yeah, then they will transfer the 60 million credits to your account, Captain Donahue. It's up to you to distribute it as you wish.
When you say it was prohibited, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering, what was our debt total?
950 million credits. Now, let me see here. I had given this some thought. I just need to do a little math real quick. So you owe 950, 2, 3, that's 1,000, that's a million credits. I'm going to say that Shadow Incorporated, who you purchased the ship from, is giving you 5 years to pay it off, meaning that your monthly minimum payment is 15,833,333.3333 credits. So basically 15,833,334
Okay,
credits,
so
say.
16 million.
Jazz will speak on the com to 13, and I think that's the only one there.
Yeah, you're right. We
But
just run it up
it's
to
gonna
16,
be it's gonna be
million,
just
16 million a month. There you go.
okay. So I want to pay for 2 months right now, and
So
then
you're gonna
distribute.
transfer 32
Does
million.
that sound good, crew? 2 months we ride free.
Perhaps pay what we currently owe. Leave 2 months in savings to develop some escrow or some interest, and then diverse it.
Okay.
God, we're
Yeah,
doing sci-fi accounting now.
So we're gonna pay for 1 month right now. We're gonna pay 16, and then
Okay, so 16 from 950, that means you still owe 934 million.
So it's
So-
expensive to run the ship, correct? So we should keep a good most of that aside. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 100,000 credits per unit of fuel, right? Something like that.
I'll tell you in a second.
While you're looking that up, the thought comes up to all the equipment from the former Marine. You were saying that environment suit to have our current Marine properly clothed and protected was expensive.
The exosuit, yeah, and you can't buy it here. They don't sell them at Muto Station.
Okay.
You can buy them at Prospero's Dream, though.
Okay.
You can buy anything at Prospero's Dream.
we'll just but we have enough fuel to get to Prospero's Dream.
Fuel costs 10,000 credits per unit.
Or 10,000. Okay, it's not that expensive. But building new things on the ship, I think.
On that note, do you want to
quite
fuel up while you're here?
Of course.
Yes,
Oh, we
I
can?
wanted to
Oh.
max out the fuel tank.
If that wasn't part of the logic in it, 13 would have tried to squeeze that in as part of the deal.
Oh shit.
So
In
let me
the
just
small
see
writing.
here. You started off with 60 million. Right?
Yes.
Minus 16 million for payment. That left you with 44 million remaining.
Yeah.
Now you want to buy 120,000 for fuel, so that's going to make it 43 million. 43 million 880,000 credits remain. After that,
Awesome.
after you fuel up.
And then how many of us there is?
There are 6 of you.
Now, is there anything that we could
Spread
do
it
to
spread it 5 ways. I won't take any of the money from this one.
Calculator 43,880,000. You want to split that 5 ways?
Yeah, Jazz Donahue is going to say, I know you guys are all about supporting the team. Get what we need with the money.
Okay, so 13, Dr. Velke, Dr. Albright, Chief Svalbard, and Sergeant Williams. You each receive 8,776,000 credits.
do they have the foam cartridges for his gun here?
No, they don't. They don't sell.
Do they have something else that might fit his gun that they have used for alien containment? Like a different type of cartridge that would fit in there?
No.
Like an ice cartridge or something like that?
Nope.
You know, guys, picking up Captain is kind of like having a birthday. Just letting you know.
13 provided with the candle and the cake. Happy birthday.
That was great. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Captain. And I will try to make some space whiskey. I could have made some space whiskey, right? We took weeks for Charns to be able to come out
just
of.
a couple days. A couple days.
Oh, just a couple days. Okay.
But you could have started. Yeah, you could have got a batch started.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So once we're fueled up, I would set course to Prosperos.
Okay. So you set course for Prospero's dream.
Wait. That's what I was getting to. Is there something we could have done in exchange for paying for the fuel to perhaps like deliver some cargo from here to Prospero's dream for them, or clandestine messages or anything like that? Act as a courier.
No.
Okay, it was just a
Nope.
thought.
No, it was a good idea, but no, the dice say no.
Do we need to buy food as well? I know we loaded up
Your
on fuel, but
galley is currently
because it started at
you originally had
I have
1 month.
MREs.
30
We had
days for 20 people. So you started
Yeah.
off at full max, you had 600 days worth of food. You currently have well, let's see, there's how many of you? 6?
Yeah, 6, and it's been
So it's
like
been 1 day.
one
Oh,
day
that's right, it's
before
been a
we
few days. It's
started
been a few
eating.
days. Yeah, you're right. So
But we ate here when we got here.
13 doesn't eat.
13, so
you have 282 days worth of food remaining, per person for an individual, obviously. So 282 daily meals for, per human being.
And if we start running low on food, I could always put you in cryo sleep.
Oh, 13 doesn't eat. Actually, hold on. You have 285 days remaining. Sorry. There we go.
Okay, I guess that
Nice.
sounds fine. And we're all millionaires now, for the most part.
Okay. So the credits are taken care of. I'll erase that off here. I don't need that notes anymore. You have nothing else in cargo. And you've set course. You're setting a course for Prospero's dream. So you all go into cryosleep again for another jump.
I had one question about this place, which is who do these people work for? Did we ever discover who they're associated with? Are they associated with anyone?
13 would suggest that there are some questions you do not seek an answer for.
All right.
If you were curious and wanted to look into it at all, just try to find out what little bit you could. Essentially, you get the feeling. Obviously, like I said, it's an illegal operation. This is a kind of a hidden station, no transponder, uncharted space. This particular system where it's in, it's orbiting like a dead planet, like a dead. When I say dead, I mean just like a useless planet for the most part. There's no reason for anybody to have an outpost out here. And yeah, you get the feeling that they're selling to crime syndicates, criminals, and who probably then turn around and sell them on the black market, etc.
So do we now count in that category?
As xenopoachers, yeah, you have just
I-
committed xenopoaching.
As 13 leaves the Muto Station for the final time, he stops at the airlock and gets a sense of deja vu,
Hmm.
and then carries through. As a small gift to the Marine, he's going to put him in a cryo sleep last
Okay.
because he had been in the cryo sleep the longest.
Yeah, he's probably not too thrilled about going back into it again, but if you guys want to get to Prospero's dream, you got to. Okay, so you set the jump.
I'm going to bio break it at this point.
Yeah, let's take a quick bio break while I get ready for you to arrive at Prospero's dream. Do I have a breaks? No, I don't really have a break screen for this shit.
My question is just is Prospero's dream also in like uncharted territory?
It's not uncharted space. No, it's
Okay.
but it is in the far rim, I believe. Let me double check just to be sure.
And it says
Prospero's
a
dream is a
single
massive
single
space
jump.
station. What'd you say about single jump? Sorry.
Is it a single jump?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not too terribly far. I mean, it's far enough. You still have to use a jump to get there. Keep in
Cool.
mind that even as a single jump, if you were traveling on impulse thrusters from where you are now, I'll tell you how long that would take you in 2 seconds once I get to that traveling by ship. Ship combat, layout. Okay, maybe it's later. Refueling jump drives. Here we go. So your ship has a speed of what? 40? So it would take you months to travel by impulse to Prosperous Dream from here.
Okay.
Are you going to eventually have a map for us as we move through different points in a sector? Or
probably not. I don't know.
Okay.
We might discuss it later, but I have no
okay.
intention of really micromanaging it to that extent, you know.
Okay.
But we'll keep track of important locations and such anyway. In fact, that reminds me, I haven't even opened my notes, have I, for the campaign? Campaign notes. Here we go.
I can just do like points of where we've been going. I mean,
well, I've already put in your locations of interest, Muto Station and Prosperous Dream both. So this is now your session 2. You sold the Xeno and the Lima to Big Al. Oh, sorry, actually to
And a person.
Dr.
Don't forget a
Nedry
person.
and Big Al, respectively.
We also sold them a person.
Sold Lou, what was his last name? Canith, Canith, to Dr. Gallagher, basically, for study on the xenovirus or xeno-infection. Sorry, call it xeno-infection. What else then? You saved Sergeant Williams. Started making some space whiskey.
Shine, yeah.
And then set a course for Prospero's Dream. I'm just doing this. I mean, we're on bio break, but I'm just taking notes down now. Might as well catch up on them while we're on break. So yeah, started making whiskey, set course for Prospero's Dream. Anything else important that I forgot?
Oh, can you put Xeno poaching? I like that title.
Okay. So here where you sold the Xeno, I will put in parentheses Xeno poaching. And you sold the Lima, so that's Grand Theft Spaceship. I don't know what to call it right now, but
yeah, I was calling it the Lima earlier to like throw them off the trail or something.
Some people do pronounce it Lima, but Lima. It's actually pronounced Lima, technically the city in Peru,
The
I
capital
think, right?
city of Peru. Yeah.
But in
Lemon
Ohio,
City.
it's called Lima, Ohio. So
probably because they named it after lima beans, and I think Lima, Peru.
Actually,
probably
no, I
not
think they
named
named
after
it. They named it after Lima, Peru. There's a lot of cities in Ohio that are named after European cities.
And then one thing I'm going to be
European cities. No, it's not.
But they're named after.
I'm going to be looking for
cities.
I'm going to be looking for a planetary vehicle too while I'm here, just as a note to everyone.
When you get to Prosperous Dream.
Yeah.
Cool.
That might be cool for everybody, right?
We'll see. You're gonna have plenty of things at Prosperous Dream to distract you, I'm sure.
Yeah. We probably got to get another job too. We've got a month paid off, but we got to get back out there and keep making millions and millions of dollars, or credits rather. And I'm not in a time crunch tonight, but how much longer do we forecast running for the evening?
Not long. This bio break will be over in a few minutes. And then we'll probably play for like another 15 or 20 and then call it a night.
Okay, cool. I'm excited to see
back?
Prospero's Dream.
If everybody's back, we'll go back now.
I'm here.
Yep, back.
Yep.
Yes.
Did we get John? I didn't hear John. Is he out with the chickens still?
Might be. I think John and Barry are both away still.
Oh yeah, Barry as well.
Oh yeah.
Did we happen to keep the weapons of the Marine? I think there was a submachine gun and a basic package of weapons.
No, I'm gonna say not. His equipment went with him
Okay.
because I don't have his character sheet anyway. So maybe it was concerned, contaminated with spores or something, But you'll be able to buy out anything you want once you get to Prospero's Dream.
Oh yeah.
You guys got money now.
It's actually electronic toolkit I saw here. That's gonna help me.
This reminds me. Do I have a thing here? I thought I did somewhere.
Oh, I got a thing here.
Oh, I know where I put that. I put that on Facebook.
Hell yeah. Put that thing on Facebook.
Who's that, John?
We can hear you. It's Android 13.
Yeah. So Barry's the only one that's still away then.
I'll keep your secrets.
Yeah, I bet you will.
I'll keep them for safekeeping.
Oh, also, I was going to mention it earlier, but didn't really have the chance. As I continued to get a better idea of what Dr. Bogdan Velke's about, I was wondering if I could take the skill mathematics, which I have never used, and took at start, and change it to geology, which is another skill I could have taken at start. Likewise useless, but I'm seeing Velke now as less of like a back alley robotics and cybernetics guy and more of just like a junk scientist in general. So geology seems like a good start. We got this archaeology to mysticism pipeline that's working, and then
you can see him with this crazy hair, and he's got his hands up, and he's saying, "I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens."
Right. It's eventually going to be kind of like that. It's like, in the most optimized version of Velke, it's like probably cybernetics or maybe artificial intelligence, mysticism and xenoesotericism, and like, geology, scavenging computers and archaeology.
In conversations dealing with extended learning, 13 will suggest that you could get an online version of a doctorate.
I have the doctorate of life, Android 13. It's just as valuable.
But this would be
Jeff Goldbluming.
This would be an affirmation that you could actually have the official title of doctor.
Is there anyone on the crew that doubts my official nature as doctor? I do not think so.
I do not believe anyone living doubts your skills.
This is what I thought. So it's okay. I am a doctor as much as I need to be doctor.
Indeed.
Barry, you back yet? Oh, Barry's still away. All right.
What was the exosuit armor you're talking about? It's not listed in my book for some reason.
It is in a pound of flesh. And it's just in a little note here. Let me find it. It's one of the many things. Yeah, exosuits, armor save, plus 20. Advantage on strength checks, combat of plus 10. Oh yeah, 2 oxygen tanks, cost 40,000 credits.
40,000?
Mm-hmm.
So we're all getting exosuits.
Indeed. In fact, I would say exosuits for everyone plus a couple spares.
Well, keep in mind that exosuits also, when you're wearing them, counts as heavy armor. So when you're moving in them, you have to make a strength check. If you fail, you can only move 1/4 your speed. If you pass, you can move half your speed. So they slow you down.
I'm gonna need someone to buy me one. I just wear that. We got it. You guys are buying extras, essentially.
You shouldn't have given up your fair take on the job. You could be a millionaire right now. Which, even with how expensive everything is in this system, seems just like almost an untoward amount of money.
I run a tight ship.
So everybody got how many millions? 13?
I don't remember now. I told you at the time it was 8
I have it written down.
It was 8.
It is 8,776,000 credits.
You put
So
that number in the chat.
Oh, me? Yeah. Yeah.
Barry, you back?
Yep, just
All
back.
right, cool. We're all back then. So, back to pound of flesh. Now you are approaching Prospero's dream. Let's drop this up here somewhere. Put it over here. Whoop. Move it.
before we arrive, oh well, no, they're asleep, so it's just 13.
Yeah, so they're in cryosleep as you jump to the sector where Prospero's dream takes place, or where Prospero's dream is located. It's a massive space station out here on the outer rim. Let's see here. Ships of hull 70 or lower can enter through the dry dock. What about larger ships then? Ships of hull 71 or greater must be moored to the station's piers. After the ship is moored, a shuttle will be sent to retrieve anyone coming aboard to take them to the dry dock. Every ship is required to have an up-to-date manifest, including captain, crew, and cargo. IDs are checked upon entry, and discrepancies in the manifest can lead to invasive searches from greedy customs agents, etc., an impounded vehicle, or possibly arrest. So, as you come out of hyperspace and are approaching the dream, or do you want to come out of hyperspace a little ways away so you can wake the crew up before you approach the dream? That probably makes more
Correct.
sense, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So you're still a little bit of a distance away from the dream. I'll take it off there for the moment. As you bring everybody out of cryo yet again, we won't go through the whole details
Of
of everybody
course.
waking up again. You've used another unit of fuel, so you're down to 19 units of fuel now after that jump. You guys can all suit up, get ready, and approach the station, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, as you approach. So you can see the dream is almost 13 kilometers in diameter, has a circumference of almost 41 kilometers. There are 23 decks of the outer ring. On the outer ring, the ring structures themselves have an average of 78 decks. And the center spire has 430 decks. There are currently, and I'll tell you, 1 second, let me get the, I need one more D10, there it is. There are currently 88 ships docked here at the station. And the population is a little over 8 million for the entire station. Now, as you approach, you are hailed. And a man says, "Welcome to Prospero's Dream. This is Dockmaster Loshi. You've been pre-approved to land at, you've been pre-approved to moor, where a shuttle will take you to Dry Dock Station 010. Landing fee is 1,000 credits, and then there is a daily 100 credit charge during your stay. Don't forget to pay 10 credits a day for your oxygen tax. All station visitors receive an official O2 cred stick, which will act as your wallet, passport, and personal locator while aboard the station. Don't lose it, and keep it preloaded with credits, as all taxes and fees are automatically withdrawn every day. Failure to have your O2 cred stick on your person at any time is a serious violation of the Dream's first law. Laser cutters, explosives, signal jammers, contagious bioweapons, EMP technology are all contraband. Any non-hull piercing weapons may be kept, but other weapons must be stowed in a rented locker for a credit per day per weapon. The key is tagged to your fingerprint, so don't lose it. Finally, do not enter any unauthorized areas, particularly the choke. Breaches of any of these laws will be handled by the Tempest Mercenary Company, and trust me when I say you do not want to get on their bad side. If you're lucky, they may just take you to the court, from which you'll either be sentenced to Doptown or given the chance to fight to the death for your freedom in the cage. It's not all doom and gloom on the dream, though. Plenty of opportunities await for rest and relaxation or even potential employment. You can install off-the-market cyber mods at the chop shop, purchase backup sleeves, or expand your mind in one of our sick bays at the Icebox. Take the edge off with some potent drinks, drugs, and company at the Stellar Burn. Make sure you ask for Sem. Or visit the oldest living tree aboard a space station at the Evangelical Solarian Church Farm. Ambitious and hard-working individuals may even do missions for and possibly join the Tempest Mercenary Company, or fight for someone else's freedom in the courts. Enjoy your stay at Prospero's Dream, and may all your dreams come true.
Copy. So we head to Dock 010.
Well, yeah,
Right.
you have to pull up and what was the word? What did I say? You have to moor the ship to one of the piers, yeah, and then a shuttle to take you to
Yeah,
the dock.
Pier.
13. Might I suggest that everyone leave the majority of their credits stored within the secure portions of our ship and just carry what you think you might need in case one is mugged or apprehended, and don't lose your fortune? Can always come back to the ship once you find something interesting or expensive.
That is prudent recommendation. 13.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
I would like to command you all to steer clear of the choke and the cage.
But Captain, they sounded so fun.
Especially the cage.
Yeah, I
Well,
missed.
I would love to go to the cage.
Is the cage listed on that map right there?
Just
No.
to-
Is the cage part of the court where you're able to
So
fight
are
to the
we in
death?
Yeah.
if we're in autopilot 13, I'd like to have you come over here for a sidebar.
Of course.
And like we'll leave the room.
Okay.
And then when I think it's clear, I would say 13. I want you to see how these people spend their money. Exactly how.
Ah, yes. You'd like me to keep an audit.
We need to know what's going to be coming back on this ship when we leave here.
Aye, of course.
Okay.
Aye, Captain.
So anyway, Dr. Albright, I think I'm going to buy $8 million worth of puppies.
Puppies. It's fascinating. Is there a price list? Did they give a price list?
For what?
I don't know. Everything.
Oh, well, that all depends on when you go. Yeah, I have price lists for all these places, but yeah.
Where did they say?
So first, you're
about
mooring to
this
the pier,
skin
and a
thing?
shuttle is coming out to take you to the dock.
They mentioned this a skin thing. Did they?
The sleeving facility.
Yeah, the sleeving facility.
May I suggest that you all go enjoy the station, and 13 will stay behind and monitor the ship.
I think we need to find out the best place to look for work here.
I'd like to see that tree. There's a tree.
The tree is intriguing. Perhaps I could do research and job searching from here.
Well, finding work is the captain's job. You know, while they have control over some of the ship, they also need to put in the hours.
Captain Jazz Donahue would inform you that her goal to when she crosses onto the station is to find the scummiest, shittiest neighborhood part of the station to see who these people really are at their core.
Okay. So you pull up, you moor yourselves to the pier, and a shuttle has now pulled up and is requesting to connect via umbilical. That was the word I was thinking earlier.
Umbilical,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to connect via umbilical to your airlock so that people who wish to board the station may do so.
Okay, do they have like the assessor? Did the assessor come with them to take the initial payments or anything like that?
What
The
are you going on board?
$1,000 and
Are you
then
going on board the shuttle?
No, I was wondering if the person came over on the shuttle.
No.
Before. Oh, okay.
Captain
Oh.
goes on the shuttle.
Okay. 13, you're staying behind.
13's going to stay behind initially.
Okay.
I would like to go to Prospero's dream.
Yeah, I'm going. It's Moot.
Yep, I'm going.
Charns, you as well.
Yep.
Excellent. So the 5 of you board the shuttle. The pilot of the shuttle is just an android, and it's not even a very good one. It's like half of an android, actually. It doesn't seem to have any legs. It's just a torso mounted to the pilot's chair. Kind of like, what movie was it? Was that Total Recall that had the taxi driver?
The Johnnies.
Robot.
Yeah.
Johnny Cab.
It's something
Johnny
kind of
Cab.
like that. It's something kind of like that. Maybe not quite as obnoxious, but.
Yeah. Oh, your name must be Johnny. Hello, Robert.
Have a nice day.
You sound just like Android 13, but happier, which is, I guess, a big difference.
So
And
I'm
it
not
would
going to
drive
go
you
too
over.
far. I'm not going to go too far tonight, guys. Once we get here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna end this pretty soon. Don't worry, getting late.
Yeah.
So you fly back over to. It takes you over to Dock 010, where you will be met by the dock master himself, Loshi. 1 second. That's what he
How's
looks
that
like.
spelled?
Just like it is on my screen now. Loshe. Also, let me move him. Let's move him over there. Sure. There's Loshi. Okay. Let's see here. Dry dock. So as you're coming out, you see sparks flying as the harsh screeching of metal grinding fills the air and reverberates off the walls. There are dozens of ship builders scurrying over scaffolding, dangling above massive ships. This whole dry dock area is actually hundreds of small ports, but the one you are at is, dry dock 010. Loshi is wearing an exoskeleton. It has 4 arms on the exoskeleton, each of which seem to be moving. Yep, and so he kind of comes up towards you, reaches up within his suit with his real arms and lights a cigar. And then he picks up from within the small little, what do you want to call it? The little cabin on this exoskeleton. He also pulls up a can of cola. It says Cadre on the side. He says, welcome to the dream.
Dockmaster, it's very good to be here.
Repairs are 75,000 credits per hull point. Upgrades are 12 million credits per hull. 50% down payment required on all services. Turnaround time, 1 to 10 days. Oh yeah, sorry. So turnaround time is 1 to 10 days for repairs and 1 to 10 weeks for upgrades.
Dockmaster, I love how you quantify everything in points and different sets of. It sounds like die rolls is what you're referring to. It's very interesting.
Well, it's my job to keep these docks running smoothly. Oh yes, who's paying the docking fees? Here are your
Captain?
O2 credit sticks. He hands you each an O2 credit stick. It's like it's got Prospero's dream on it. Make sure you keep these. Remember what I said. Keep them loaded with credits too, because your oxygen taxes come out every day, and you don't want to end up down in Doptown.
So yeah, am I muted? No. How many of us are on Prospero's dream right now?
5 of you. 13 is the only one who stayed aboard your ship at the moment.
Okay.
Here, let's make it easy. There, 13's not there.
For ease of just ease, do y'all want to just split the Well, I guess we have to split the dock fee 4 ways. 'cause
Yeah,
Donnie doesn't have any money.
Just
Well,
split
it would be the captain's job to pay these fees.
Yeah, but the captain didn't take any money from our last job, so they aren't a millionaire.
That's not Chan's problem.
I guess she'll have to be paying it off at the club. Okay. No, we'll pay it. We'll split it. Come on.
She's testing her crew right now.
At this point, the captain realizes that she has a credit chip with her, and it's loaded with 250,000.
Oh. Does anyone else realize that?
No, 13 took it out of his share and gave it to the captain.
Well,
It was a
Captain-
jelly beans. It was a jelly bean thing. You don't understand.
Captain, since you do not have any money at all in the whole wide world, and you are so broke, and we are all millionaires, we, I think, as a crew, can do a little collection for the docking fee, with promise, of course, that eventually you will find some way to manage your money.
Yes, my job is to sit here behind the wheel.
And
How do you
manage
think
the
you
money.
got here? How do you think you got here?
You are captain. This is all your responsibility. You own the house. We all just rent rooms. But now we can do collection, and we'll split it 4 ways.
Okay, so Bogdan, Sam, Newt, and Charles, you can each mark off 250 credits. And who will I be charging the 100 credit daily fee to?
To the captain.
To the ship.
Very well.
Or yeah.
You'll want to top that credit stick up with some credits. There's a machine right over there. You can do so. Gestures to like a futuristic ATM basically type thing that you can insert your credit stick and then transfer credits to it. Upload credits to it basically.
Everyone gave me 250.
Yeah.
Well, we paid the.
They paid
$1,000
him
dock
directly
fee.
for
We
that.
gave it. Yeah, we gave it to Loshi.
Yeah, got you.
Yep, so mark that off. And don't forget to mark off your 250,000 credits 13 that you gave to the captain.
I did not forget.
Good. Okay. Very well. Well, yeah, once you get those all topped up. Now, again, like I said, don't forget, don't lose those. It's the highest crime on Prospero's Dream to be found without your credit stick on you. They'll slam you in Doptown quicker than you can think.
Thank you, Loshi. Do you have an extra stogie I can have off you?
No, sorry, this is my last one.
Are you from here?
What do you mean from here? Was I born on the dream?
What planet were you from?
Name some planet, some backwoods fucking outpost somewhere.
Got you.
I'll make something up, or I'll pull something from a list. Actually, let me see here. Where do I want him to be from? This is the wrong one. I want to look at this one. Here we go. We want something out in the rim. What's this one? Yeah, I come from Zephyr 6. Station out here in the rim. It's a horribly boring place. Things are much more exciting on the Dream. I escaped my fate as a livestock producer and managed to get a job working here on the docks, and well, now I'm the dock master.
You look so much cooler than someone that would never work with livestock.
Tell me, Loshi, one thing. How do you deal with stress aboard the station?
Oh, you feeling stressed? Well, you better get your butt over to Stellar Burn. Ask for Sem. Tell him I sent you.
Sounds very. Just to be clear, not that there's anything wrong with doing something with livestock, but you've got this whole aesthetic with the robot arms and the stogie. It's intimidating, honestly.
It's just an exoskeleton. I had this one customized for myself. I always thought I could use an extra pair of arms.
Again, you see words come out of your mouth that just are cool. That's great. I love it. But yeah, we should go take care of stress. I'm stressed. This was
Yeah, I
stressful.
strongly recommend you go to the Stellar Burn first. But
You said who?
if you want, you can stop by the ice box on your way and go down to. Let me see here. Let me pull up the right page real quick. If you swing by the ice box on the way, you can visit the slick bays.
Oh. And when we get to Stellar Burn, who do we ask for again?
Sem, he's the bartender on the club level.
Okay.
At the Stellar Burn, well, if you want, you can get plenty of refreshments in the club itself, or if you wish to go down to the lower level, you can get companionship. The upper level, heaven, you can get private booths and such. The icebox has the slick bays, like I said, so if you want to go into the slick world, you can get education, escape, pleasure.
I mean, mechanically, all I want to do is go to a place where I can try to bring my stress as close to zero as possible, and then also maybe think about how much it would cost to get some of my parts exchanged with robot parts.
Right, gotcha. Let me see what it says here
Captain
about
Jazz
relieving.
wants to just be smooth. And
No, that's good. That should be the end of the statement. Captain Jazz just wants to be smooth. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, if you want to relieve stress, your best bet's probably to go to the bar, do some actual proper resting. Oh, by the way, we said you had 2 days, didn't we? To pass while while Charnes was being treated.
right.
Oh yeah.
You could have rested during those days as well. Do you want to try to see if you've already relieved some stress before you even got here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need as many of those rolls as possible. My fear save is 25.
Well, it's every time you sleep for 6 hours, basically, and I'd say you can only do it once a day.
Yeah.
So
If I fail, I gain more stress.
no, for day one, hold
Okay.
on now. Let me see here. You make a fear save.
I do that as well, yeah.
Yep. I assume you all did.
That's a no go for old
Charge is
Dr.
the only one
Bug
who
and
couldn't
Bucky.
because he was undergoing treatment.
That's
Actually,
a pass on that.
I also have
how
no
much did you pass
stress.
by?
6.
You don't regain. You don't relieve any fear that day. How much did you
Yeah.
pass? Who else passed? Anybody else pass? Day
Not
one
me. I
fear
rolled a
save.
72.
Okay.
Negative.
Okay, so nobody gains any stress on day one. So second day of resting. Roll again.
Nope.
Okay.
Fail.
No,
Okay.
fail.
Okay. All right. So no, nobody's relieved any stress yet. Fair enough. So yeah, so here you are. You're on Prosperous Dream. You've got your O2 cred sticks. You want to head to Stellar Burn. Let me double check. How long does it take to get there from here? Okay, 1 square is a 15-minute walk. You're here. Yeah, it's about an hour and a half walk to the Stellar Burn from here. Or you can take a taxi.
Yeah, we'll taxi.
How much will a taxi take? I'm going to say they charge, would it be per square? Yeah, it's probably per square. So let's see, I said that would be about an hour and a half walk. To take a taxi there, they're going to charge you.
Somebody has music playing.
Yeah, somebody does have music playing. Please stop that, because you can get me in trouble. No, it wasn't him. It was Barry. All right, fixed it.
It can't be me. I've no music playing.
Well,
Jesus.
oh, that's weird. It muted when I muted you. It stopped. Maybe it was just a coincidence. I don't know. How bizarre. Okay. So the taxi is going to charge you 300 credits each. 300 credits each.
Charms is
Let's see
quite
what they
happy to
want.
walk.
Yeah, I think Dr. Albright will walk as well.
300
See you
credits.
later,
300
alligator.
credits just seemed like
If
a lot.
if
Let me
all of you will
just call
walk,
it
I will
300,
walk.
300 credits total. Sorry, not 300 credits each. 300 credits total to take a taxi to the Stellar Burn from here.
Well, then I will put $100 toward taxi, so we all go on taxi.
Okay. Excellent. I think that's a good place then to leave it off. We will start next session with your arrival at the Stellar Burn. Let me just clear
Sounds
my
good.
screen a little bit. Get Loshi off there. We'll take the map down. Let me see here. How do I want to work XP? Generally, surviving a mothership session is supposed to be worth 10 XP. I want to know, what I was thinking about doing is maybe having that if it's a mothership session in which you were never in any real particular danger, right? Like you didn't do any modules, you didn't deal
Yeah.
with
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
So I'll give you
makes
guys all 5 XP anyway. So add 5 more XP to
5
your
XP
Ooh.
for the stress of having sold our crewmate.
You could do an offer. You could say take 5 or roll a d10 and take what you get.
No, stick with 5. 5 it is.
Damn it.
That's my
Take
final
him
answer.
Did we do anything cool enough to meet a condition for like conditional extra stress? We
You mean
sold
conditional extra XP?
Sorry, yeah, extra XP. I was reading through that portion of the book, and there seemed to be some things like making like a ton of money at once, which we did.
Which we did, and but I think selling our colleague for medical experiments,
Saving
that
the crewman's
seems
life.
that
Hold on,
seems like
no, there's some good stuff here. Let's see here.
He was just meat at that point.
okay.
Investigate a distress signal, retrieve an ancient alien artifact.
That must be an
cartoons,
android speaking.
Kill a creature with that map and unknown
Of course.
Black great mystery interface. with strange
Whenever
beings.
something's said that has a lot of logic, you can pretty much determine it was an android.
Yeah, I'll give you guys 3 bonus XP, so you get 8 total.
8.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep, that's good. Excellent.
Awesome.
Let's see. We play on Wednesday, so I'll see you guys next week for session 2. I'm just gonna stop the recording now.
Sounds good.